This is my life of doing film reviews. 1. I stand my phone on a camera holder. 2. I record the video. And 3. Welcome to my film review. So Angus, Thongs and Perfect Snogging is a 2018 comedy that is directed by Gurinder Chadha and stars Georgia Groom, Aaron Taylor-Johnson and Karen Taylor. So Angus, Thongs and Perfect Snogging tells its story about an eccentric but lovable teenage girl maintains a diary about the ups and downs of being a teenager and tries to overcome the trials and tribulations of growing up. What I expected from this film is a lovable film with great acting and great shots, and I got that. It was just a beautifully made, interesting film, and this film teaches a lesson about how we should live being a teenager. Great film otherwise, good film. Angus, Thongs and Perfect Snogging made about 14.9 million worldwide in the box office. That's a bit poor. My favourite scene of this film is the start because it had my favourite song of all time. And my favourite song is actually sung by Scouting for Girls. Yeah, have you listened to the band before? Yeah, check them out on Spotify if you haven't, they're really good. One of the most underrated bands in my opinion, also the Stiff Dillons. I've never listened to the Stiff Dillons as much as I listened to Scouting for Girls. The film's length is about 1 hour and 41 minutes. It feels quite quick in that, to be honest. It was such a fun teenage film. It was so interesting. This was one of the best teen films I've ever seen, along with Mean Girls, because they were both really good. And also Super 8 was really good as well. So, yeah. The first act of this film started its story very well. I was so interested in the screen, so it was quite an enjoyable, but not one of the best films I've ever seen, but still really good enough to keep me watching. The second act of this film was also really good and absorbing throughout. Pretty much the whole film worked. The third act of this film was also really good. It was a bit cheesy, but in a good way though. Loved every act in this film. The cast was great. Was a great choice in my opinion. Georgia Groom brings lots of charisma to the table in this film. Aaron Taylor-Johnson brings lots of charisma to the table as well in this film. And Karen Taylor was pretty good in this film as well. The direction could have been better because there were a few directions in this film that went a bit flat. But it was still a good film. The cinematography was so marvellous and so touching that the shots and the location actually work in this film. Great film, very interesting as well. The screenplay and the writing in this film was interesting. Great writing and a great script for this film. The music was also really good because the song She's So Lovely by Scouting for Girls is actually my favourite song of all time. And that will never change. Yeah, also the Stiff Dillons, never listened to them much as I listened to Scouting for Girls, yeah. It kept me interacted with the music and the characters in the film. To improve the film is to make the direction a bit better by adding a few direction scenes to the film, but otherwise very good film. So my overall rating, I am giving Angus, Thongs and Perfect Snogging a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I would recommend this film to the teen audiences and the adult audiences because it may appeal to them. But I actually recommend you to watch this film. But if you don't like this film, that's okay. I respect your opinion. You're allowed to like or dislike anything you like. So there you have it, my review of Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging, yeah, that one. Comment down below what you thought of my review, and I'll see you next time for my next review very soon. Bye!